Tennessee Senator Lamar Alexander, who serves on the Appropriations Committee, right on time with this topic today. Great to see you, sir. Thank you for being with me. So when you talk about this as being potentially a down payment, as other senators have, what does that mean to the American people going forth? And I don't just mean the base for the president, but everybody.
Well, the president made a strong case for a crisis on the border, the southern border. And Congress is responding in this bill with $22 billion new dollars for border security. I mean, that includes 5,000 more detention beds to hold people. That includes more border guards. That includes more technology. It includes 55 miles of new physical barrier or wall. So I think what it says to the American people is the president made his case. Congress has responded in a very significant way, and it is a first step or down payment on a more secure border.
Senator, as we look ahead, we know that this bill is 1,200 pages, and there, has been concern all along whether people would be able to even read it this close to the deadline. What happens with that? The president says he's looking for landmines in it. Are there any?
Well, he ought to look for it. We haven't seen any, and that's this bill has been out there for a long time. See, this is 7 appropriation bills. It includes 6 other appropriations bills, totally about 25% of the government spending. We worked on those last year. They were almost all ready to be voted on before Christmas. So for the most part, we've had plenty of time to read the bill. There have been some amendments to the Homeland Security bill, which has the border security part. So we've been reviewing that yesterday, and then the bill this morning. It looks good to me.
Okay, so you sit on the Senate Appropriations, but the chairperson of the House Appropriations put this information out a short time ago, Nita Lowey, a Democrat from New York. And I'm reading through this. There are several of these appropriations bills. And so you're talking about spending for the total government. And there's a section that she pulls out that says that they're going to spend $3.8 billion combating the Trump administration's assault on the census. Has this gone far afield from the wall now when you talk about spending that kind of money to combat something that the president is for?
Well, there are all kinds of provisions in this bill. Remember, there are 6 other appropriations bills for other parts of the government that have nothing to do with border security that we worked on last year and were ready to be passed at Christmas. So the only bill that's had significant changes to it is the Homeland Security bill.
All right, real quickly, because this is happening and we can pop this up on the screen and bring you into breaking news now, the president's choice for Attorney General William Barr has enough votes to become Attorney General. No longer the nominee officially, though. We will wait for a final tally, but I want to get your thoughts on this process.
Bill Barr is an excellent choice. I served with him in President George H.W. Bush's cabinet. I was the education secretary. He was the attorney general. Then he was confirmed unanimously. Then he was highly regarded for his integrity. He knows what an attorney general is supposed to do. He's intelligent and should do an excellent job. He should have the confidence of the American people.
In terms of the actual investigation with Robert Mueller, one of the things we learned about William Barr during his confirmation hearing was just how professionally aligned they were then, but would maybe be again now when he takes over the investigation. What's your thought on that?
Well, they know each other, but the important word you used was professional. I mean, William Barr knows that the Attorney General is not any president's lawyer. He is the lawyer for the United States. His job is to represent all of us. The president has his own lawyer in the White House. So I'm confident that he will conduct his response to the Mueller investigation in the appropriate way, representing all the people, not just Republicans or independents or Democrats. He knows how to be Attorney General.
Senator Alexander, does this mean in any way, shape, or form that we would see Robert Mueller's report? We know that William Barr has said that he would follow the protocol for making that as public and as transparent as possible.
Well, the report in the first place is a confidential report to the Attorney General of the Department of Justice. It would then be up to the Attorney General to follow the rules and regulations that exist for the appointment. So he'll have to make that decision. I'm not sure what that decision will be.
Did you talk with him during the confirmation process?
Yes, I did talk with him.
Did you talk with him about that specific topic at all?
I talked with him about the special counsel, and he told me that he understood exactly what the department regulations were and that he would follow them. I asked him how he felt an attorney general ought to act in terms of a president's directions, for example, to go after a political adversary. He said that would be totally inappropriate. I asked him, what about a president's advice about policy on matters of justice? He said that's totally appropriate. He seemed to me to know exactly how to evaluate the rules, the regulations, and to follow them regardless of political pressure.
Senator Lamar Alexander from the great state of Tennessee with me, along with this breaking news right now. Attorney General nominee William Barr has enough votes for confirmation, but when that happens officially with a vote tally, we will bring you that live as well. Thank